Hello everybody, Drifty here from Driftwood Gaming, and in this special request RPG Maker Envy tutorial, I'm going to help Isai Gonzalez figure out how to make a Dragon Ball Z state. So he goes, hey Drifty, I was wondering if you could help me do a transformation state. I was thinking how it'd work is if you would it would display a fire animation and the character's hair would change, and they would lose MP every turn, but they would also get HP regen, and when they run out of MP they would go back to their original state, and it would cost TP too. Hope you can help me out with this. So Isai, let me show you how to make that. So this was a good challenge. I mean, I spent hours trying to do it. This is a bunch of code. All of this code right here was failed attempts, basically. So there's some plugins you're going to need for this to happen. You're going to need to get YEP_core engine. You're going to need the battle engine core. You're going to need the buff states core. You're going to need the skill core. You're going to need the Yanfly auto passives, and you're going to need the Yanfly base troop events. So make sure you get all of those. I'm going to put a link in the description for all of those plugins that you need, so you can download them and put them in the right order. Once you've got all those plugins, what we're going to do is go to our database. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to, oh actually before the database, sorry about that. Let's go to our character generator, because you said you want your characters to have their hair color change, so we have to make those images. So load up the JSON file that you saved when you saved your settings for your character. Once you've loaded that up, what you're going to do is, let's find one that's actually, there we go. Go to the hair, front hair, and select this color right here. After you've done that, also change their face or anything around. What you're going to do is go to face image. You're going to import the original one. Then you're going to place the new with the new face on a free slot or overwrite one of the existing slots. Then you're going to export and you're going to overwrite the same one. Say yes when it asks if you want to replace it. Do the same thing for the walking animation. So we're going to import and then place it next to it and click export and then overwrite. Do the same thing for the damage. Export that. Bondong. Do the same thing for the battler. The battler you won't have to import, you'll just export a new one. So this would be, just name it _Saiyan battler or something. Once you've got all that, now what we're going to do is go to our common events. So in our common events, we're going to have to make a common event for removing Super Saiyan, and you're going to have to make a common event for each of the characters you want to be Super Saiyan. So for the first one, name it the name of the actor and then _Super Saiyan. Then we're going to do a change actor images. So you're going to find that on tab 3, change actor images. And what you're going to do for this one is return it back to its original state, because by this point, when you're accessing the common event, it's going to have to, you see, edit this one. Oh no, this one is going to be the one we changed to Super Saiyan, because we're calling on this one. So we're going to change actor images, and then we're going to select the actor we want, and then we're going to change the face, character, and battler to the Super Saiyan version of that. Once you've done that, you're going to control a switch. We're going to need to make 2 switches right now. So control your switches. Make 2 switches. Make one switch that says Super Saiyan Troop Events, and make one that says character name _Super Saiyan. Underneath that, you're going to turn both of those on right there. So turn both of those switches on. And you're going to do the same thing for each character you want to be able to become Super Saiyan. Do the character generator, change their animations and their faces and everything so that they have the yellow hair for Super Saiyan, and turn on the switch for their character name and the switch that we named Troop Events. Now let's make our remove Super Saiyan. So here we're going to do a switch, or we're going to do a conditional statement using a script call. So before you know which actor you're going to be using, whatever actor you named for your first common event, go over here and find the number. So for Drifty, it's 17. So going back here in our Drifty Super Saiyan, we'll go to our Remove Super Saiyan. We're going to right click, insert new conditional branch. So we're going to go to tab 4, go to the bottom, and in here what we're going to do is check to see if their MP is 0. So we're going to type $game actors, capital A on actors, dot actor, and in parentheses we're going to put the number of that actor. Then we're going to put a dot, and then we're going to type MP. Then we're going to put 3 equal signs, because this is a comparison, to 0. There doesn't need to be any else branch, just hit OK. Once you've done that, you're going to change state for that actor. So go to New, Change State, tab 1, under Actor, Change State. Select the actor that we've selected right here. So for this one, it would be Drifty. And what we're going to do is remove, because this is our remove common event. So we're going to select a new slot for the state. So we're probably going to have to make the state first. So let's do that. We'll leave that how it is. Let's go over to our states. So in our states, we're going to make one state for each actor that you want to be able to become Super Saiyan. I tried to do it all in one state. I really did. I spent hours on this. But the way that I figured out how to do it is every actor will need its own skill, its own switch, and its own state. So what we're going to do is create a new state for each actor. So Drifty _ Super Saiyan. And then we're going to give it a name, an icon. We're going to select remove at the end of battle, but it won't matter because we're going to make it a passive state. So here's how it's going to work. We're going to make it so that all of our parameters are going to be increased by 50%. Now you can change all these numbers, of course. This is a template. You modify it however you want. This is just what I've done. So what we're going to do is we're going to make our HP regeneration go up by whatever amount you want. We're going to make our MP regeneration go down. So we got to make sure that this one's a negative. We're going to make this negative 20% to last about 5 rounds or so. And then we're going to give TP regeneration as well. Now we're going to go to parameters. So we're going to insert a new param, check params. Select all of these except for max MP, because if you increase your max MP, you're going to lose your MP faster. So don't buff the max MP, but buff all the other 7 ones. And increase them by whatever percentage you see fit. Then we're going to do an attack state. So we're going to go to attack, attack state, and we're going to add a small chance to stun, just a little... or a small chance to do whatever you want. You can take this out or change it however you want. So I've had a 10% chance to stun when you attack while you're Super Saiyan. Then I've done an attack speed plus 100. So attack speed 100. This is just going to make sure that they attack quicker. Then we're going to do attack times plus 1. Like I said, you can take this out. You can make it stronger. It's right here, attack times plus 1. What that's going to do is give you an extra swing every time you attack. So there's our traits. Now in our note tags, we're going to type bracket, capital P on passive, space capital C on condition, or colon. We're going to do a capital MP, space capital A on above, space 0%, close the brackets. We're going to type in another one, passive condition, switch 92 on. This may or may not be case sensitive, but if it is, you might want to copy it exactly. So this, so for me, it's 92. Now, the switch that you selected will be different. So this is going to be Drifty switch. Remember how I said every actor is going to need its own skill, state, and switch? So just allocate one switch for Drifty, or for your character, and then one for each character. So for Anubis, you can see I'm allocating switch 94. And for Drifty, I'm allocating switch 92. This will be different for you, but you can copy the exact one if you're not using those switches. But once you make it one time, you can right-click copy, paste it, and then just change the name and then change the switch number, and that'll work the same. So now that we've got our states, we'll go back to our common events real quick. So we're going to go into our conditional statement, and we're going to remove that state. So select the actor that we've called on with this number, and then remove that state. Now we're going to change our images to go back to their original form. So that would be in the same spot on tab 3. Change actor images, and this should go up to default. So if I select Drifty, all the default ones will be displayed. You can just hit OK there. Underneath that, we're going to control a switch. You know that switch 92 that we turned on with our common event? We're going to turn it off right here. So we turned it on when we used our skill. Well, we'll do our skills next. When we use our skill, it's going to call in this common event. It's going to change our hair color and everything. It's going to turn on this switch. It's going to turn on the troop events. Do the same thing for every character you want, and then make the remove one common event. So if you have multiple characters, you would just copy this whole thing, paste it underneath, change this number right here to reference the actor number, change the remove state to the actor that you're specifying, change the graphics back to the actor that you're specifying, and change the switch to off for that actor. Okay, we got done with our common events. One more thing, for this remove Super Saiyan common event, you're going to have to set the trigger to parallel, and you're going to have to set the switch to this Super Saiyan troop event 1. So remember, we turned this one on right here? That's what the condition for this one is. Alright, so moving on, let's go to our skills. So we're going to make one skill for Super Saiyan for each actor. We're going to name it Super Saiyan and then actor name. Give it a description, an icon. You specified you wanted it to cost TP, so I've made it cost 100 TP. We're going to make the occasion battle screen only. The scope is going to be the user. So in our effects, we're going to call on that common event we created with the actor name. This is why it's a good idea to include actor names, so you know which one goes to what. So we're going to call on Drifty Super Saiyan common event for the skill Super Saiyan Drifty. And we're going to add a passive state to this. So we're going to type in brackets, capital P on passive, space capital S on state, and then we're going to type in the number of the state that we've made. So at the beginning, when we made our states, take into consideration the number that you're using. So this is 170. So in our skill for Drifty, we're going to make it 170. For Anubis, we use state 171. So we're going to make this passive state 171. We're also calling the common event for Anubis right here. Alright, so now we're done with our skills. We're going to do another thing. We got to go to our troops. This is where you're going to need the base troop events. So if you have other tabs, you can just create a new event page. We're going to make the conditions for this new page the Super Saiyan troop events switch that we turned on with our common event. So we'll just select a switch, select our troop events. We're going to set the span to turn. Now basically what you can do here is it's exactly the same as our common event. So what our common event is doing with the remove is making so that we are going to leave our Super Saiyan state if we take MP damage over a tile or something. But this is how it's handled in battle. So what you can do is go to your common events, go to your remove Super Saiyan common event, copy paste the whole thing, and now go to your troop events and just paste it in here. It's exactly the same thing. All you're doing is checking with the script conditional statement saying if our MP is 0, if this particular actor's MP is 0, then change him back to regular. Change him back to the regular look. Make sure that he loses the Super Saiyan state and turn off the Super Saiyan switch. And we're going to do that for every actor. But once you made it in the common events, you can just copy the whole remove Super Saiyan common event and put it in your troop events with the same troop event switch turned on with the span to turn. That's it for that. Alright, so now you need to award your skills. So whatever class that you want to assign the Super Saiyan to, put that in there. Once you've done that, I believe that's it. Let's test it out. Let's see how it works. So this event right here at the torch is going to give us full TP, because remember we need 100 TP to use this. So now that we've got full 100 TP, we're going to get into a battle. Alright, so we're going to go Super Saiyan Drifty. So we got that fire animation. Our hair color changed to a lighter color. You can also see that our face changed, and we also gained the state of Super Saiyan. It may look like we've lost some HP, but all that's really happened was we've increased our maximum. So let's just have Drifty waste some turns here. Let's see Anubis's. So he's got a hat on and he's got white hair. But when he goes Super Saiyan, it blows his hat off and he gets yellow hair. You may also notice that they're regenerating and gaining TP. Let's see what happens if we wait and we just guard until we run out of MP. Every turn we're losing MP, gaining HP, and gaining TP. So we can see that Drifty lost all of his MPs because he had a higher agility, he's a higher level, so he's getting more actions because we're using CTB. So he lost MP first. He also lost the state, and his hair changed back and his character changed back. Let's keep guarding and see if Anubis will do the same. I also have 20% negative MP regen on Drifty because I changed it. I was going to change this one, but it's actually set to 15, so that's why it's taking a little bit longer. So now that Anubis is going to have no more MP, he should be switching back now. On his next turn, he'll be out of there. It is. So now it's his turn, or the turn ended. So Anubis went back to his blue hat and white hair. If we try to use our Super Saiyan again, we have the TP. But what happens if we try to go Super Saiyan with no MP? Well, it won't work because we don't have enough MP to use it. So you can see they go quickly into Super Saiyan and they quickly go out because they don't have enough MP to sustain it. So Super Saiyan, nope. Alright, let's dispatch these enemies and test one more thing. So, let's just do that again. One thing I wanted to do super quick. Go to states, set Anubis's MP regeneration to negative 20%. I think that should be about right. Now they match. So I want to test and show you one more thing. What happens if you, you're Super Saiyan at the end of the fight? I actually have to change one more thing. Since this is event touch, it'll just keep battling. So let's make this activate action button. So we're going to go Super Saiyan, and then we're going to end the fight before we lose our Super Saiyan status. Oh, I forgot to get our TP. I'm sorry about that. We'll go full screen this time. Alright, we got our TP. Let's go Super Saiyan. You notice he's got 3 attacks this time. He has 2 by default with the sword, so he got an additional 1. Alright, let's end the combat. Now, we're still Super Saiyan. So, what happens if we lose all of our MP? Our MP's been drained, and we've gone back to regular because they don't have enough MP to sustain their Super Saiyan state. No, kitty! We'll do a full recover. We can gain our TP back. And we can do our Super Saiyan again. But that's going to do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for your suggestions. This was such a fun thing to do. It was really challenging and frustrating for a little while. But Isai, this was for you, man. Thank you for supporting me on Patreon. You're the man. I did this for you and for everybody else who would be interested in this. But I told you I'd give you priority, and I have. So, thank you guys for watching this video. Remember to like, favorite, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed this content. Keep asking your questions in the comments, and I'll keep answering to the best of my ability. You guys are awesome. So we will see you in the next tutorial.